Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Crochet Studio. Today I will be teaching you how to make a half double crochet. So you will need your yarn, any size, and the hook according to the size of your yarn. So we are going to start by taking our yarn and making our foundation chain. How we make a foundation chain is we need to make a loop. Start like this. And take your yarn behind. Put your hook behind, like this. And tighten it. Your yarn should be able to work on your needle. So you tighten it, you can open it if you need it to open. Okay, let's do one more time. Take your yarn, leave a little bit of the tail, we can weave that in later, and make a loop. Put it behind your loop, like this. With your hook, go in, under, hold it there. These two tails, pull them together and tighten it on your hook. Now, we're gonna start with our foundation chain. Because this is a practice, I will be making chain 12. If you have been watching my previous video, as I told you before, when you are making single crochets, you always make one extra chain or chain one. When you are doing half double crochet, it is 2 extra chain or chain 2. When you're doing a double, then it is 3. So since I want my foundation chain to have 10 stitches, I will make 2 extra and that will be 12. So we have the loop on our hook. We yarn over, pull through, and this is our first stitch. And again, we go yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 3, yarn over, pull through 4. Okay, so you go with your hook, take your yarn and pull it through. That is 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold it there. We will do 2 more. 1, 2. Now, this is a loop. These are the stitches. What's on your hook is a loop. What's in your hand is a stitch. Okay, so we will be making our half double crochet. In a lot of patterns and instructions, you will hear that they say second loop from the hook, or the third loop from the hook, or skip 2, make it in the third one. This is what they mean. 1, 2 we are skipping, so 1 and 2, and into the third one we will make our half double crochet. As you know, I don't like to go into these loops here. I like to turn my foundation chain flat. And you see these little bumps? You need to go into them. 1, so here is the first one, second, third. So for the half double crochet, you have a loop on your hook. You want to yarn over, you have 2, and into the third loop from the hook. 1, 2, and 3. Into this little bump, put your hook, take your yarn, and pull it through. Now you have 1, 2, 3 loops on your hook. You want to yarn over and pull that yarn through all 3 loops, like this. This is your first half double crochet. Now let's make a second one. Again, we yarn over, 2 loops on the hook into this small bump, you see. Put your hook through, take your yarn, pull it through, 1, 2, 3 loops on the hook, take your yarn and pull it through all these 3 loops like this. Let's go again. You yarn over, 2 loops on the hook, 1, 2. See that little bump there? Right here, like this. It looks from the side. You put your hook through it, take the yarn, pull it, 1, 2, and 3 loops on the hook. Again, you yarn over with your hook, you take the yarn and you pull it through all 3 loops. This is our third half double crochet. We are going again. You want to yarn over, you have 2 loops on the hook. You put your hook into this little bump here, like this. Take your yarn, you have 3 loops on the hook. You yarn over and pull through all 3. We are going till the end. Again, yarn over, 2 loops on the hook into this little bump. Put your hook in, take your yarn, pull it through. You have 1, 2, 3. Take your yarn, yarn over, pull it through all these 3 loops. We are continuing. We are on a halfway. You see how beautiful it is ending? And why we are doing in this little bumps here and not as usually here, because when you make your foundation chain like this, then you are getting this beautiful ending. Your ending is staying like this, just like the top of your work, and it looks really nice in the project. So let's continue with the half double crochet. You want to yarn over and into this little bump, put your hook in, yarn over again, pull it through. You have 1, 2, 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3. Let's go again. You yarn over into this little bump, take your yarn, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over again, pull through all 3. 3 more to go. Yarn over, put your hook in, take your yarn, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Yarn over, pull through, put your hook through this little bump, yarn over, 1, 2, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull all 3. And don't think that you're at the end, because this is still a stitch and you need to go through it. If you're counting, you would know until now that you have 9 and that you need to make 1 more. So what you're going to do, you're going to yarn over, and yes, there is a bump. See? Right there in this bump. Put your hook in. Maybe it's a bit tighter, but don't worry. As you know, as you remember, it should be able to move. If necessary, you can open it. So take your yarn, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through 3. We just finished the foundation chain with a half double crochets. I chose for this tutorial, I chose a bit thicker yarn, and I'm working with the needle number 7, because I think and I believe that with this kind of yarn, it will be much easier for you to see how the stitches look like and the exact steps of how to make it. So we're going to continue on our row 2, and as I said, this is a half double crochet. So single crochet is chain 1, half double crochet is a chain 2, double crochet is a chain 3. We are doing the half double crochet, so what we are going to do is we are going to chain 2. How? Like this. Take your yarn, like your foundation chain, right? So 1 chain, 2nd chain, and as I told you previously, you're gonna turn your work, flip your work, turn your work over, whatever you wanna call it. But what you do, you always flip it like a page is in a book. So from right to the left. And now, sorry, my yarn is getting a little bit swirly. Okay. So what you're gonna get is this. And as in my previous video, now it's getting easier. Why? Because you see the holes like from the top when you look. These, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are your stitches from the top. From the side, you actually, if you stretch it out a bit, you can just see the holes where you need to put your needle and make sure that you have the 2 loops on top, okay? In the patterns and instructions, they will always tell you in the 1st stitch from the chain, 2nd stitch from the chain. I know that can be confusing, like, oh my God, which one is the 1st one? Well, it's this one, okay? So when you look from here, okay, they all look the same, but you know that you chain 2. So this is 1, this is 2, and this is where you should put your 1st half double crochet stitch. When you look from the side, it's getting pretty easier because this is the 1st hole where you can put your needle. So again, what we're doing, yarn over, put your hook in, yarn over, pull. You have 1, 2, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. And we're going again. Yarn over. See, there is a hole, right? Pull your needle, take your yarn out. You have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through all 3. And we are going again. Yarn over, put your needle in, take your yarn, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. Now, I want to show you something. Yarn over, we have 3 loops on the hook. You yarn over and you want to push it, but like maybe your needle will get stuck or something. So what I do is I just like kind of move my needle like left and right in order to pass. So everything is in the movements. You don't need to move your hand a lot, like in order to take your yarn and everything. Just move your needle and, you know, get used to it. Believe me, your hands will hurt less. So take your yarn, come in, and pull it through, okay? And let's continue to finish the 2nd row. Yarn over, pull through, take your yarn, 3 loops on the hook. Again, you want to yarn over, pull through all 3. Yarn over, put your needle through, yarn over, pull through all 3. Yarn over, put your needle. You see, you're putting, make sure that you're putting your needle under both of these loops, not just like under one, or I don't know if you manage to get all 3. No, it should go just a hole through the hole, okay? Take your yarn, yarn over, pull through all 3. And let's finish this row. Okay, we have now 1 stitch left. This is the last stitch. And here, these are the 2 chains that we skipped in our foundation. So where you want to go is you yarn over, and again, this is your loop. You push through with your needle, yarn over, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, push through all 3. And we are continuing with chain 2. And we flip our work like this. And again, you see holes. You go there. This is your first one. These are your chain 2s. This is your first one. You yarn over, put your needle through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Yarn over, put your needle in, 3 loops on the hook, pull through all 3. Sorry, 1 second, I need more yarn. Yarn over, needle in, pull through all 3. Yarn over, put your needle, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. And let's continue to finish our row. It will be our row 3 of half double crochets. And I'm always suggesting to keep these things, you know, make just 3, 4, 5 rows, as much as you want. Keep it as a sample so you can actually visualize how it looks like. So this is our last stitch here. Okay, this is how it looks from the side. Put your hook in it. Make sure you get both. And through all 3 loops. And we finish our 3rd row. And this is how it looks like. This is how the rows of, this is how rows of half double crochet look like in the pattern. So if you want, make it a sample of it, and you know, just keep it somewhere, make like 4 or 5 rows, so you can have a picture in your head and you can visualize how the rows of half double crochets look in a pattern. For me personally, this is one of my favorite stitches. A lot of patterns in the projects I'm doing, I'm using this very stitch. So I hope you liked my video. Please like and subscribe, and watch the next one. Bye.